Good morning, student. As in the previous video, I have shown you the sum of the pattern of questions relating to the chapter admission of a partner, how the question will be asked. And by that topic, I just completed the chapter admission of a partner. Now it's your work to complete or solve all the questions from the NCERT book that I instructed in previous video also. And from this video onward, I will start a new topic, of course from the chapter partnership firm, that is retirement of a partner. In this chapter, partner is leaving the firm, what accounting treatment are to be made if a partner is leaving the firm. That also leads to the reconstitution of partnership firm. So let us discuss first of all what do you mean by retirement of a partner and in what condition a partner can leave the firm. Like when a partner decided to retire from partnership firm, it is termed as retirement of a partner, and on the retirement of a partner the existing partnership comes to an end and the remaining partner enter into a fresh agreement. Thus, the partnership firm is reconstituted with different terms and conditions. So again, it will be reconstituted, and partner may retire from the firm. These are the some of the reasons, and you must remember the section also. Sometimes sections are also asked in objective type of questions. So see here, first is if there is an agreement to that effect between the partners, it is already decided in advance that one particular partner, how long he is going to continue to be a partner first. Second, with the consent of all other partners, means other remaining partners are agreed regarding the retirement of one partner, then also a partner can retire. And third is by giving a written notice to the remaining partner of his intention to retire, and that is termed as partnership at will. So this is also a type of partnership at will, that as whenever he wishes to resign from the partnership, he can give the written notice to the remaining partner, and this type of partner is specified in section 32 a subsection 1. So this is the topic that you have to remember. And next is what are the liability, regarding liability point of view, what are the liability of a retiring partner, that should also be very clear. First is liability for the firm's acts before his retirement. He continued to be the liable for the acts of the firm up to the date of his retirement, and however he may be discharged from his liability by an agreement between himself, third party, and the remaining partners, and that is mentioned in section 32 of the subsection 2. Means up to the date of his retirement, before the date of his retirement, he is liable to third party as well as to the other partners. And the second is liability of the firm's act after retirement. Means a retiring partner continue to be liable for the acts of the firm even after his retirement until public notice of his retirement has been given either by himself or by other partners. It is mentioned in section 32 subsection 3 and 32 subsection 4. Means public are not knowing about his retirement, and for this public notice is must, then only he will be discharged from the liability to the outsider. Otherwise he is also liable just like a other remaining partner if any public notice is not given for his retirement. So this is some of the important issues relating to this chapter you must know regarding the liability point of view. So that I already explained. Now we are moving ahead to what are the Accounting treatment or adjustments are required when the retirement of a partner takes place. So again, it is listed in 6 points. We have to discuss point by point, then only we will be able to solve full phase 8 marks questions on the topic retirement of a partner. See here the various matter that need adjustment at the time of retirement of a partner are: first is to, again you have to determine the new profit sharing ratio, because earlier there was 3 partner, now there are only 2 partners. So what will be the new ratio, that also first we have to determine. And here gaining ratio is asked to determine. Why gaining ratio? Because for retiring partner he has to be given his share of goodwill, and that is to be borne by remaining partner in gaining ratio. If suppose there are 3 partners A, B and C, B is retiring, then A and C, how much they are gaining because of the retirement of B, that we have to find it out, and then accordingly they will compensate the amount of goodwill to the retiring partner. So here also gaining ratio is specifically for the goodwill, means goodwill is to be borne by the remaining partners in gaining ratio. If suppose out A and C, only A is gaining because of the retirement of B, then whole amount of goodwill is to be borne by A to the B. So that we will discuss the cases. And second is accounting treatment of goodwill, that I already mentioned, that goodwill is to be paid to a retiring partner by remaining partner in gaining ratio, that we will discuss the various cases. And again the treatment of reserves and accumulated profit or losses. Here the all the reserves or profit or losses is to be distributed among all partners, including retiring partners, in their old profit sharing ratio, because retiring partner is also retiring partner will also get the share of reserves and profit, because these profits and reserves are related to the past period, and he also was there in that period, so he will also entitled to get the reserves and profit. And similarly, any revaluation assets and reassessment of liabilities are there at the time of retirement of a partner. The any profit or loss arises, that are to be his share is also to be given to the retiring partner. And then the way how the accounts of retiring partner will be settled, either by immediately paying cash or by passing the balances to the partner's loan account, and till the period if it loan is not paid, along with interest it will be paid to the retiring partner. And sixth one, again the capital adjustment. If suppose remaining partner want to change the share of change the capital, then accordingly the adjustment of capital is to be done. So these all are the 6 adjustments that are to be required at the time of retirement of a partner. So we will discuss one by one all the cases, then only we will attempt full-fledged question. And see, this topic will be easier if you will solve all the questions of admissions. All the accounts are same in retirement also. You have to prepare the revaluation account, partners capital account, and the new balance sheet. Everything is same, only one topic, that is settlement of account. Earlier 3 partners are carrying on the business, now this 3 reduced to 2. So only this much is the differences that we will see. And distribution of revaluation profit reserves all are among all the partners, and in the previous chapter we were distributing only among the old partner. This is only the differences. So let us discuss the first point, that is how we will calculate the new profit sharing ratio. And as in the topic change in profit sharing ratio, we already know how to calculate gaining ratio. Formula to calculate gaining ratio is new minus old. That you must remember, new minus old. It means to get gaining ratio we require two ratio, new as well as old. So let us discuss one by one the various cases. Of course, in this chapter retirement, cases are very limited relating to the calculation of new profit sharing ratio. So let us move to the first topic, how you will calculate the new profit sharing ratio and the gaining ratio. On the retirement of a partner, his share is taken over by the remaining partner, and it necessitates the calculation of new profit sharing ratio of the remaining remaining partners and the gaining ratio. New profit sharing ratio on retirement of partner is the ratio in which the remaining partner decided to share the future profit and losses. That is very clear. And gaining ratio, that is the ratio in which the remaining partner acquires the share of the retiring partner. So let us discuss, directly come to the cases. First case, when a partner retire, okay, and the new profit sharing ratio among the partner is not given, then if nothing is specified, nothing specific is stated about the new profit sharing ratio, then in case continuing partner will share the future profit in their old ratio. Simple, say, see the example. A, B and C are partner having profit sharing ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1, and if A retire, then B and C will share in old ratio, that is 2 is to 1. Similarly, if C will be retired, then A and B profit sharing ratio will be 3 is to 2. And if B will retire, then the profit sharing ratio between A and C will be 3 is to 1. So there is no need of calculation in case of first case, if the old ratio will be the new ratio. So this is very simple case. Now move to the second case. If the remaining partners purchase or acquire the share of the remaining partner in some agreed ratio, that is specific ratio, if the remaining partner purchase the share of retiring partner in some specific proportion, then the share purchased by the remaining partner is added to the old share to calculate. See the example, that will be very clear to you. Alka, Harpreet and Shreya are partner in ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1, okay, and Alka retires. Here Alka is retiring and his share was 3 by 6, and his shares were taken by Harpreet and Shreya in the ratio of 3 is to 2. Now calculate the new profit sharing ratio. So first you see the steps. That means agreed ratio is 3 by 5, 2 by 5. It means कि Harpreet are acquired 3/5 of 3/6. 3/6 is the share of Alka, and out of 3/6, 3/5 is acquired by the Harpreet. It means 9 by 30, that is 3 by 10 after dividing this. And then is again similarly you just find out how much Shreya is acquiring. Again 2/5 of 3/6. 2/5 of 3/6, that is 2 by 10. So this is first step. You just find out how much Harpreet is acquiring and how much Shreya is acquiring from the retiring partner. So gaining ratio is quite clear, 3 is to 2. No need to calculate, 3 is to 2 only will be the gaining ratio. And now new ratio will be old share plus acquired share. The old share of Harpreet was 2 by 6. Then you add this acquired portion 3 by 10. The ratio will be 19 by 30. And in case of Shreya, again old share plus acquired share, that is 1 by 6 plus 2 by 10, that is 11 by 30. So new ratio will be 19 is to 11. So this was the case. This is the case of if the share is acquired in agreed ratio. If suppose question is asked if the retiring partner share acquired by remaining partner equally, then what you have to do, you have to follow the same step. First you find out the acquired part, means half of 3/6 acquired by Harpreet and half of 3/6 acquired by Shreya. Okay, and then what you have to do, again you just add the acquired share plus old share, acquired share plus old share. So this way the same step you will, here I mentioned note, same step will be followed if retiring partner share acquired by remaining partner equally. So some of the questions based on this cases are given in the NCERT book, even in illustration also. Please go through all the questions, how the new ratio is calculated. So two cases are mainly given, three cases are given in the NCERT book. First is when the old ratio will be the new ratio. Second case, if the retiring partner share acquired by remaining partner in agreed ratio. And third case, when the retiring partner share acquired by remaining partner equally. And this is one of the more cases that is added extra when the entire share of retiring partner is taken only by one partner. So this can be also one of the case. Sometimes the entire share of the remaining partner may be taken up by only one of the remaining partner. Then see the illustration. X, Y and Z are partner. Their profit sharing ratio is 2:1:2. Okay, and Z retired. Here Z is retiring and his shares was 2/5. So this 2/5 was the Z share, and this total share is taken over by Y. So you just simply add with the Y's old share that entire share of retiring partner 2/5, and X share will remain unchanged 2/5, then ratio will be 2:3. So you simply add that acquired share Z shares with the Y share. So this can be one of the cases, but mainly in NCERT there are only three cases as specified. First is when old share will be the new share, first case, and second case when the retiring partner share acquired by remaining partner in some agreed ratio, that I already explained the step, and third case when the retiring partner shares acquired by remaining partner equal. So these three cases are mentioned in the NCERT book. Please go through all the numericals based on the topic calculation of new profit sharing ratio in case of retirement, and in case of last two cases of new ratio, gaining ratio will be same, that is agreed ratio will be the gaining ratio equally, then also equal will be the gaining ratio. So no need to calculate the gaining ratio in last two cases, and the first case you have to calculate the gaining ratio. So this is what I have discussed relating to the topic retirement of a partner. Only first adjustment I discussed, that is determination of new profit sharing ratio and gaining ratio. So based on this topic you just solve the questions. Be ready with the first topic, and then we will discuss the next topic, that is accounting treatment of goodwill, in the next video. Thank you so much. Take care.